Yeah, now let's make sure we do Ghouls.
Happening, boys. So Liam's got a fucking sore throat.
Bitch.
Yep.
He tried to give...
Skitty.
What do you mean?
Was he not joining tonight? Does he go BJJ?
No, Skitty's never on now.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah,
I thought you were about Liam, and I was like, what the fuck?
No, Skitty's abandoned the cast, but he's a family man, and he thinks this is going to get him in trouble in the fucking plastic mine he works in.
Not working in a plastic mine is going to get him in trouble. Like,
we got a brand new... Just to introduce, we got a brand new ghoul tonight.
Sad, man.
Do you want to introduce yourself, Adam?
All right, my name's Adam. I'm a bit of a shithead, so I do apologise.
Don't say where you work.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I work somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where, though.
I've checked a disclaimer that when I started with my new company, they were like, your online presence, just part of my contract, is like, don't do anything that can damage the company. I'm like, oh, I like slightly edgy jokes on a podcast, fucking
right.
damaging. So in like the bio of the podcast, I've said all of these funny jokes are like not our opinions. Yeah.
It's like a South Park episode. It's got to be done sometimes, haven't it?
Yeah. So it's April Ghouls Day tomorrow, and no one's joining us.
Boo. Just me, you, and fucking Neil, innit?
McNeil's coming. McNeil's forsaken the cast lately as well.
What's his excuse tonight, then?
I don't know. He just doesn't want to cast anymore. He's a bum. We'll get him back on.
Yeah.
We need someone to rinse.
When he wants to promote his business and talk about guitars, he'd be back on.
He hasn't built one for a while, is it?
Yeah. So April Ghouls Day tomorrow. I'm gonna drink a load of mushroom tea, some spacey mushroom tea. Yeah, I'm gonna travel the universe, reset my brain for a bit.
Sounds like a plan, to be fair.
Yeah.
Sometimes you've got to go see the machine elves, haven't you?
That's DMTO, isn't it?
I reckon if you take enough mushrooms, you probably pop them out a couple of times.
Same realm, innit?
No, man, completely different realm. Like, there's the ketamine Artex dimension where you have
the crystal people and steal people's essence.
Crystal demons, man, fighting the Artex demons. That's hard mode. That is. That's like, literally the only way to get power in that realm. It absolutely saps it from your mortal being.
You know, when you say Artex demons, it just reminds me of that film, The Frighteners, with that fucking ghost in a wall.
Yes. Did Jackson like?
Yeah.
The last time I done psychedelics was in Amsterdam with you.
Such a fun time that was. Just walked over to you in a pub and you were just smashing this table with your finger really hard. It was like, you okay, Pete? I'm like, nah, I just need to press this stop button. And I was like, there's no button there. But he's like, I know there's no button. I'm not that far gone. But if I keep pressing it, it might make it better for me. So I was like, fair enough.
I think I like the pressure, but I could explain that I like the pressure. I was like, stop button.
That's the most autistic thing I've seen in my life. I need a weighted blanket right now. They gave my dad a fucking weighted blanket because he's come out as autistic. Because that's like
come out as autistic.
Yeah.
What colour is that on the flag?
There's probably an autistic pride flag, actually.
I think there is. Yeah, I think it's like black, blue, and pink.
That's trans.
Oh yeah. Same thing, innit?
There is a very high correlation between autism and trans people.
And I'm autistic, so I know.
Are we all
if you start wearing a dress now, probably.
I won't wear a dress. My curves.
That's what Pete's mum is. It is Pete in a dress.
When you called her sexy, but I inside was the funniest thing I've ever fucking witnessed. What do you say? Not then.
Just staring at them like, shut the fuck up right now.
Well, you shouldn't have been late, Pete. See, if you were right on time to things, stuff like that wouldn't happen. So stop being late.
The the autistic pride flag is like an infinity symbol, but it looks like... Well, there's 3 separate flags, so clearly the autists are... we're an indecisive bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the little
There's one with a puzzle
as
piece.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I found one now, which is the Punisher skull. And it says Autism Warrior fighting for my son.
Okay.
I gotta be careful with all of this because my nephew.
Well,
I get stabbed.
no, this is the point of the OSG support club, man. You talk about everything.
To be fair.
Yeah, shit out.
You are absolutely lovely looking after your nephew, though. You're like one of his main care providers.
I have been up to seeing him bloody ages, to be honest with you, because I'm doing a load of overtime shifts on the weekend. The weekend's really a chance to get a pop-up, so it's been a good month or so. But I'm going to go up, dress up as an Easter bunny, and play fuck with him next time. So
Just absolutely terrifying. Like.
You just grab your coat again, give it to you, and just push out the door.
kick me the fuck out the house, like.
You don't have to shame us.
James got the house on Christmas, and he was like, "Nah, I had enough of you. Just grab that and pull up the house." Like he sat down for maybe 15 seconds, like.
That's amazing.
Just give him his coat and start pushing him out the doors.
Like, I don't like this
Boy
entity.
after my own heart, like.
That's
Come on.
class.
Everyone who knows Seamus has tried to kick out their house at some point in their life.
Gotta be done.
I live with him, and I'm pretty sure I've tried to kick him out.
You sent him to his bed before. No, go to your room. I'm done for the day.
Do you remember when he was over mine and I made him sleep on the floor?
Oh, like a dog. I came in your bedroom and you was getting comfy in your bed. He was like, "Oh, I don't know about that, but." And he was like, "Well, why should I sleep?" And I was like, "I still on. Get off all, you fucking dog." Fair play to him, all. He did.
Yeah. And then
What other choice did he have? Like,
Yeah, to be fair. He could have just stayed up and just carried on, innit?
that's the problem with this
I think
flat.
he was driving, though.
That's the problem with this flat. It's so small. When you want, we were having a night, and I was like, right, I've had enough now. I need to escape this and be on my own. And I come in, and Nikki's just sleeping on my bed. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake! I won't make Nikki sleep on the floor.
Just give a boy a clutch, man.
Oh, I didn't like it. To be honest, I just wanted to wank compulsively until I fell asleep.
We've all been there every
Yeah.
night. Soullessly masturbating.
yeah. I was going to say, yeah, every night.
Fucking right. Got a bit of practice in there.
Yeah.
Very bad. Get a poison out.
Oh, but I'm class at that practicing. Oh, God, trying to video call me. Absolutely not.
Are they fucking wild
Yeah.
bastards?
They're all
This
out
time-
drinking. Yeah, they're all out drinking. And I come out and I'm like, nah.
Oh, it's in Cardiff, is it?
Yeah, they don't like Kalula, something like that. Sure.
The cocktail place on St. Mary's, I know.
That's the one, yeah.
I did a job in your building the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I installed a bunch of TVs, like temporary screens for the
Nice.
annual, like biannual meeting. So I had to install a big fucking flat screen TV on every single floor.
Swanky. I bet that took fucking ages.
There's some fucking creatures that work in your place.
Oh, yeah. I work in IT as well, so nah. I like working where I work. I'm just not mentioning the name.
No. So I went to Prague last week.
Any good?
Yeah, really good. I saw.
Did you see the Bona Palace?
Yes.
The what?
Bona Palace?
Sedlec Ossuary. It's a cathedral made out of fucking human remains.
That sounds like
Oh, right.
doesn't it?
The Bone Palace. I thought you were saying Boner.
He was,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's called a
Oh,
joke, Pete.
Well, I just thought you were thick, but
Do you know what, Pete?
I mean, there's that as well.
You've been recording this podcast for a year and you still can't recognise a joke. Like,
totally it's autism. It's autism, but
yeah.
That's where he smiles. He smiles when he looks in the mirror because, like, that's a joke as well. Like, but he says, no, it's fine.
So, yeah. I shot some guns at a firing range. I was terrified. AK-47, some handgun I can't remember. It was only 9mm. 9mm kicks less than like my hunting compression pistol.
Does it?
Yeah.
It's strange, isn't it?
AK-47's loud as fuck and it kicks like a fucking mule.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shoulder after that.
I don't know. It's like my adrenaline was going like nuts. I fired a Dragunov 50 cal. I was crap with that.
Fuck, I bet that's
the sniper, isn't it?
Yeah, I was fucking scared of the scope shattering my eye socket. But
I've seen videos of that happening.
That's when you haven't got the properly rested on your shoulder, though, and it goes under your arm and just goes back into your eye, like.
Yeah, or if you just stick your eye too close to the scope.
Yeah.
What they call a scope bite, isn't it?
Is it? Oh, but
something like that. And you can tell it looks like it because they have it's like they've been cracked by Mike Tyson. It's just cut to the end and their face swells out.
Yeah, it'll shatter your eye socket. But I did so I went to like this medieval drinking thing the night before. It's in like this underground like tavern, and it's a bunch of there's entertainment. So there was like belly dancers and fire breathers and all sorts of shit. But yeah, some traditional Czech food. But they would just keep refilling your beer.
Dangerous.
Yeah. And I gave the guy that was refilling it all, just gave him like the equivalent of a $5 tip. So whenever he walked past, he'd give me a new one. I think I drank like 25 beers.
I would not like to see you the next day, though.
Oh, but is strong as well, isn't it?
Yeah. Next day I woke up and I was just, that crippling hangover anxiety.
Oh, yeah. Every time.
And then I had to go in the morning to go shoot guns.
That's not what you would eat, is it?
No. So all I was thinking, I got like I had proper death anxiety. I was like, look, I know I'm not going to shoot myself in the head, probably. But there were a bunch of other people there. And I was like, what is going to stop these guys from just shooting me in the head? So that was freaking me out. And I was like,
sorry, carry on.
I was like, it's just an off button. I'll just be off then. That'll just be the end of it. And I'll have to.
I thought you were worried about you shooting people, not them shooting.
Oh no, I'm not going to shoot anyone. The fucking instructors have got guns on their hips. Oh, so it took me a while to realize. I was like, oh, this is in case anyone spurgs out, so they can just fucking pop them. So I was
they banned Americans from our like.
So we were driving over there, and I saw this old woman being gurneyed into an ambulance, and I was like, that's going to be me one day. I was just freaking out about fucking everything. And I started shooting guns, and then the adrenaline goes, and it's like, oh, gunny.
I have power.
Yeah.
We get up to over there then.
Yeah, so that cathedral with human remains. That was fucking cool. I read into that a bit. It was a graveyard ages ago. But they had to move the graveyard, and they dug up the bodies, and all the bones were like, all the like meat matter had completely decomposed, and it was just perfectly like white bleached bones. So they thought it was a miracle. So apparently, in this area, if you buried a corpse, it would completely decompose and bleach the bones white within 3 days. So they thought that was a miracle. Yeah.
Acidic soil or something, is it?
I'd imagine some sort of bacteria. It's got to be a bacteria or a fungus that breaks it down that quickly. But at some point, one of the monks went over to like Golgotha, where Jesus was nailed to a stick.
The hill, innit?
Yeah, Calgary Hill. And he took some of the dirt from there and he sprinkled it on the dirt in this place. So they think that's the reason.
It's a bit like when you get a little poo transfer for your bum biome, innit? Same thing, like.
What?
Yeah. Do you know when you get like a bad gut biome? Yeah, literally that. But that is a real thing. Like you get like a poo transplant and they put a little bit of fucking poo from another healthy person inside you. And like the biome, like the germs and that, like take over and make you gut healthier. Like, so you just done the same thing.
Absolute space stalking, like. Look, this is a procedure. I'm going to put some of my poo in your ass. This will fix you.
The trick is to get it nice and warm first.
Or do they just reverse them like arse to arse? They just
reverse centipede.
Yeah. It's like scissoring, but for behind, like.
Scissoring for gays.
Left-handed scissors.
Fucking autistic scissors, like. Yeah, we did St. Vitus Cathedral, and you go up. So I wanted to go to the top of it to have a look at the clock mechanism. because it's this really cool clock mechanism, and I'm autistic, and it's just like, spiral staircase. You know, like those ones in castles, the really tight spiral ones.
Yeah.
There were warnings everywhere. They were like, this is a bit of a physical challenge. It's 287 steps. It's very claustrophobic. And like, if you fall down it, you will just fall all the way to the bottom.
It's not like you can give up halfway through as well, because like you have to like try to squeeze past people all the way back down as well.
But
like.
no, that's it. The people coming down were coming down the same way as well.
Yeah, fucking hell.
But it was horrible. We got halfway up there, and there was just this Polish woman in a little alcove, just hyperventilating.
Bless her.
I got her on video because I was videoing me going up the steps, and she's just there like, and someone asked her like, "Are you all right?" And she's like, "No."
Each year, like Everest.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, but it was a challenge. We got to the top, and the person I was with was like, "I think I give up." I'm like, "No, you got to get to the top now." We got up there, lovely view all the way over Prague. So we hung out up there for a while. I watched the clock mechanism. Yeah, it was fucking cool.
Nice one.
And then coming back down was much worse than going up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you're spiraling round and you're looking down and all you see is spiral. You get dizzy as fuck.
I would say vertigo.
Yeah, but not pleasant.
Or anything there.
No. No.
There's no room to put an handrail in.
They don't have health and safety in Czech Republic like we do.
They're real people, like they don't care.
If he dies, he dies. You know, we've been invaded by Russia. We've been invaded by Germany. We don't care.
We've had enough. Like,
Pete found it funny that I'm listening to a World War II podcast at the moment, and I just started a conversation last night at Wing Wednesday. I was like, Denmark has fallen.
Me and Liam were broken, like taking us. I don't know.
But yeah, man.
And then we went on a bit of a rant then about all weird shit Hitler was doing.
Yeah, we looked like white supremacists, but the stuff we were talking about, a bunch of large white men just saying like,
skinheads.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? From 1933 to 1939, Hitler was boy as fuck. Like, you know, he did it all politically, and he was a massive bully. But he like doubled the size of Germany without spilling any blood. And then just the whole thing with the Jews, man.
Just got weird, didn't they?
Yeah, why? Why get fucking odd with it?
Apparently, he was quite far left leaning as well up until that point.
He's socialist. That's what he was.
Socialist.
He built he restarted Germany's economy after World War One.
Yeah.
He rebuilt all the roads, built the autobahns, had the Volkswagen made.
Yeah, like
created loads of jobs.
I'm sure people are suspicious of us already, so let's stop talking about how great Hitler was.
Give me a Volkswagen advert, this is now, isn't it? Fucking hell.
It's two sides to every coin, isn't it?
Heads or tails in it, see what happens.
So yeah, there's like 4,000 hours of this podcast. I broke up with my girlfriend as soon as we got back from the holiday because I couldn't foresee a relationship with us, unfortunately. So it was mutual. No one really did anything wrong, but it wasn't mutual. So I'm like, shit, what am I going to do now? Let's learn about fucking World War II, is it?
Fucking right. It's the best thing to do after a break-in. Stroke.
Someone
summon.
Can you talk more directly into the mic, Adam? Other than just that's much better. Fucking a break-in, someone boots into your house and it's like, right, have you heard about the fucking Germans crossing the Ardennes? They didn't think they'd get tanks across the Ardennes. Fuck me.
To be fair, that would probably stop most robbers who just started talking about Hitler.
Like, I don't know what we broke into.
Wrong house, quick, get out.
Neo-Nazi mates kicking our heads in now.
He's getting the literature, boys. Fucking run.
There's a guy in my gym that he looks like, you know, Trevor from GTA 5.
Oh, yeah.
And he's ripped as fuck. And he wears like what look like military boots. like standard issue UK military boots, and I'm like, right, this guy is either ex-military, he looks fucking mental, or he really wants to be in the military and they haven't let him in for some reason. Either way, this man looks really fucking dangerous. So yeah,
Did you talk to him?
I'm being friendly to him. I give him the odd like salute and I, you know.
With his Stone Island jackets and that.
Fucking hell.
Fucking.
I always thought that was a racist patch when I was a kid.
Well, Stone Island. Well, yeah.
Because all the skinheads wore them.
Yeah, it is
I
kind
don't
of.
think I've ever seen that logo.
Yeah, you will.
It's the compass.
It's very much associated with like football hooliganism and just going out into the pub and kicking people's head in.
Ah, yes. I've seen that before.
Like, you pretty much know what type of person you're dealing with when they wear one of them. Yeah. Not that we're judging anyone like this.
Have we told a story about Pete fainting on you? Because you were there for him.
But
I don't know if we have.
I will take that to my grave. When my life flashes before my eyes, even if I have kids and a wedding day, that'll probably flash after that. Fucking hell.
So is everyone still there?
Yeah.
I think we've lost Adam and he's only in my fucking living room. Oh, my internet connection.
Yeah, connection is unstable.
Oh, none of us are fucking stable. I'll edit that bit out.
And we...
I think we're all right. I'll tell my bit from what I remember because I wasn't there for the actual event. So we were walking the long walk to Bloodstock in the hottest day of the year. And I just saw Pete give up carrying his stuff and just take it back to the car. I was like, right, I'm going to continue the march on my own. But then, Adam, you stayed with Pete, didn't you?
No, he went back into the car. Well, he made it maybe 50 feet from the van. And then he went back. It went far, was it? Fucking, we waited under a tree for him for about a good 5 minutes. And do not see in Monty Python when he's just running and he's not getting any fucking closer. It's like that was really slow, like. So, like, and then he just stopped. So I was like, all right, then, I'll go over, see what's happened. And I come over and you're like, I'm fucked, I'll go back to the van. So I was like, all right, then, you wet ass. Fucking stay there. What I'll do, when everything's set up, if you still need an hand, I'll come back and help you. And he's like, yeah, no worries. Give him the van key, say I had it on me. So then we fucked off. Getting in was an absolute nightmare. That is the hottest I have ever been in my life. I felt.
They opened the gates early, I think, because it was so hot.
Yeah. I still felt like we fucking stood in that queue for a while as well, mate.
Yeah, it was ages.
Yeah. But we got in. We setting up. I had to set up a 9-man tent there by myself. I was fucking dripping by the end of that. Managed to do it. And then old Scotty boy comes over. He's like, well, we got to go get Pete now. So I was like, oh, all right then. Give me a minute to just not die. So I sat down and cried for a minute. Got back up. Got my little cart over as well. So me and him started walking down. So we walked through the festival, took maybe 10 minutes at the most. And as we're coming out, it turns right up to the car park. So we're walking up there and we just seen Pete in the distance. So he's like, oh, fucking, he's got his stuff. He's made it over the road. He's almost in the festival. Yeah. Class. And he just stopped walking again. I was like, for fuck, just walk towards us. Like, we got the cart here. You can see, you can put your stuff in it now. But, and the yeah, you didn't see us, do because I just thought you stopped because you've seen us.
We can't have fucking tunnel vision, like.
But you were wearing jeans as well. I think we were all wearing shorts, so that might have been your down.
No, I did have shorts on, but they were black. I had a black t-shirt.
Fucking goth, but yes. So we walked over and we were like, oh fucking come on, Pete, taking a piss, like come on, fucking use us as you do. Scott chucked all your stuff in the cart, but you still had the trolley pushy thing, and you were leaning on it. So I tried to tug it from underneath you, and you were like, and I was like, you're right. You just looked at me. I just slowly shook your head and went, no. At this point, Scott was like, this motherfucker's pulling up, like, he's just taking a piss now. So he gets fucking fuming. He puts everything on there. And he comes back over to me. By this point, I've lit the fag, so I'm like, leave him fucking stand for a couple of minutes, get his energy back. So I'm talking to Scott, and he's like, I fucking can't bend. I want to just go and get drunk. And I'm like, fair enough. And as I am dragging to my van, I turn back around, and I've just seen the back of Pete and he lets out this noise. It's like between a ghost trying to scare someone and a kettle boiling. It's like, whoop, whoop. It was like that. And fucking, if you've ever played Grand Theft Auto 4 or like the first Red Dead Redemption, when you get drunk and you get wobbly legs, it was like that. But his legs just went from underneath him and like folded and went inside him. It was like he had no bones, man. It was fucking terrifying.
It just melted on the floor.
Wobbly, but like, I still thought you were joking because you made that noise. So I was like, for fuck's sake, Lee. I walked over and you were just on the floor making noise like, and I was like, oh, all right then. God was fuming at this point. He's like, fuck it. And he just took his stuff and he just walked off.
He was furious.
So I was like, I'll wait for them. And I was waking him up and I was like, Pete, come on back, come on back. You're like, get off, I'm fine. You're like, but you're on the floor. And you like kind of realised where you were and looked through it. Oh, go back up. You're like, what the fuck happened there? But I was like, I don't know, but I think you just fainted. Oh, no, I'm all right. You walked about. You're fucking
passed out, like. I will say though, it's because my trolley had two busted wheels, so I was
shut the fuck
It did,
up.
but you didn't tell anyone that, did you? Because if you would have told us you had busted wheels, we would have fucking helped you. We just thought you were being a lazy fat bastard.
Oh, I told you to start, and you were like, "Oh, I'll be right, man, just drag it."
Yeah, I just carried everything on my back like a fucking tank, like.
Same. Look at us, chads now. Ouch.
I fucking Scott came over to cab and he stopped it. I was like, "Where's Pete?" He goes, "Oh, just made a bunch of noise." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, he's like, "Oh, female, fucking female." Like, okay. I was like, "What's happening?" He's like, Pete fucking fainted. And in my head, I was like, he's never going to socially recover from this.
Oh, fair play to you. We fucking ripped you that week and you took it like an champ. Like.
Yeah.
What you've done that night was even worse, I reckon. You were too lazy to put up a pop-up tent. So then you slept in the third bedroom of my tent, and you were too lazy to put the room up, so you just slept on the grass as well.
Yeah, I slept in the grass on my sleeping bag. I was so warm. I had to get out of the sleeping bag and lie on the grass. But it was still that hot.
But the best thing was in the morning when you
slept outside because I only had like the tarp, and it halfway through the night it blew over. I had my head out the tent, and I was just looking at the stars thinking, "This is right. This is."
I remember like a bollock fucking free from a pair of shorts, like.
I remember lifting the side of the tent just to put some stuff in it, and you were just lying there looking up. I was like, "Oh yeah." I
was looking at
I remember you getting up in the morning and you're like, right, big size, like proper, like, this is effort. And you set this tent up. You just fucking got up. Unzipped it, just threw it like a frisbee pump, and you're like, I was like,
I didn't know it was one of those proper pop-up ones. I thought there was ones where you just like, you had to fling it out and then you have to put the poles in, but I didn't realise it was literally fling it and it was done. I was like, shit, should have done it last night.
I slept in one of them the first festival I went to back in 2012. Download. Fucking Metallica class end.
Fucking hell, that was the first one I went to.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Fucking this year would have been my 10th in a row apart from COVID, like, but fucking sold out down there.
Oh, last year was my 10th in a row.
Was it?
Yeah, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Skip 21, because skip 20, 21, 22. Yeah, that's 10.
I skipped 21 as well because 2 years ago of it.
Yeah.
Did they cancel it for 2 years?
They had the pilot in 1 year, didn't they?
The pilot was in 2022, and this is the next one now, 2023.
Oh, we went last year, you fucking fruitcake.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The next time it carried on from when they first cancelled was 2022.
Yeah, but I fucking tried. Oh, sorry, man.
I reckon after a couple of years of doing this podcast, we'll be able to get press for it.
Fuck, we'll have a little table up there. What we'll do if they still doing like the NXT, was it? They fucking do like full fights in like suits of armor. Yeah, the commentators for that.
This man clearly a gay autist. Absolutely build.
Fucking right. I was trying to explain to someone who was from Reading earlier on the word "bowl," and they just didn't get it. So like,
you just bowl about, don't know?
Yeah, it's like you bowl about, or it could be bowling, or like you could have a bowl like.
Yeah, it's easy to do with the Scottish people. You just, yes, you were cutting about like.
Yeah, fuck right.
I thought
I don't think English have got my word for it.
I thought that's what like emo kids did in 2001. Cutting about.
I never went out of fashion today.
Now, self-harm's a strange one. I only tend to self-harm with like alcohol and chemicals.
Yeah, just hurt myself internally. Like, no one can see the damage, hence that's better.
The fucking anxiety.
I tend to do. I would say, yeah, I tend to do it when the anxiety kicks in just before I'm about to sleep, and I replay all the embarrassing shit I've done and said.
Yeah.
That is the worst. I get like that now after a drink, and that's why I don't like drinking anymore. I get mega bad anxiety, even though I know I didn't do anything. But if like I can't remember,
Well, no.
like,
The best way I describe you, fucking Lamb of God, when you were drunk, paranoid and aggressive, man.
yeah. That was the first time I drank in like a good while as well. I think
I'd say
like sober center then, didn't I?
I'd say anything to you, like anything. You'd be like, "What are you saying about me?" "Oh, fuck off." I was like, and I was sober, friend. I was like, I really appreciate
It's funny if you leave him.
I got paranoid when you said that to me the next day as well, didn't I? So you're like, "Oh, you were very aggressive and paranoid." He's like, "Well, why was I being paranoid?" Like, "Oh, no, it was a good thing, man."
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Like the last time we went out, me and it was bad. And if you leave him long enough talking, he'll have full conversations with himself. He'll be like, "We'll probably think yesterday, you prick," or whatever. "Oh, well, just fuck me then," innit? And he just starts going off and just watching.
Yeah, like COVID fucked my head up a bit.
It was class. Last time we were out together, we were in like Fuel in town, and I'd be there coming over to be talking to people. You'd come over, say something pretty horrific.
I remember that. I got photos of that.
And we just kind of look at you and you go, well, fuck you, man.
Yeah. That's his catchphrase. Wait, fuck you, man.
Yeah, well, if it's not funny, fuck you.
Talking about fucking anxiety. I know, like, looking back on past things, I got fucking murdered the other day.
Oh, yeah.
You know when you were a kid, before you had proper access to porn? People nowadays, people,
The good days.
you'd find anything with boobs in.
Yeah,
And-
magazines a lot.
Yeah, there was a fucking movie, DVD in the house called Rita, Sue and Bob 2.
Snakes on the train for me.
Everyone
Do a B movie like. I said the boobies are now though.
I was
Just
watching.
pause it, just go to town like.
Yeah. I was over with my parents one day and they were talking like they were looking at the case. They were referring back to my childhood. They were like, "Why the fuck's Dylan got the DVD for Rita, Sue and Bob 2? Why the fuck's he watching that? Like a weird like."
Yeah.
And they were like, my dad was like, "Oh, there's tits in it," and I was just sat there. I was like, "They knew." But I was crushed.
Fuck it. I think the weirdest thing I ever found video-wise off my parents. Yeah, whoever seen Fritz the Cat, I think it was called.
Oh yeah.
Fuck it, they had a video of that and I watched that when I was like 6 or 7. But like they kind of figured out I had the video because I just used to go in and get like videos and it was missing.
Yeah.
And they told me never to watch it. Oh man, fucking a year going upstairs, get her off now, get her off. And I closed my door and I kept watching. And I'm trying to get in the room. I was like, no, let me watch. But yeah, naked cats. I'm sure there was Nazis in that as well.
Yeah,
Nazi
yeah.
cats.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
fuck?
No wonder you are the way you are.
I
I know, innit? We'll watch that tonight, don't they? But do a bit
Yeah.
of anthropology research.
Spatch is staying over mine tonight. We're having a sleepover. We have a sleepover every now and again, do we?
I know, love a catch to me.
Yeah. It's going to stop me killing myself now I'm single.
Fuck, kill me instead, please.
Yesterday after Wings, I was like, "Oh, boys, let me just jump in the car with you for a bit. I feel alone."
Oh, bless you. No, it's nasty after a breakup. Like, and fucking the worst thing to do is to be by yourself. Like,
Yeah.
so fucking right.
Girl,
Girl,
with your thoughts.
Yeah. Hopefully, the mushrooms will open my third eye tomorrow, my jap eye, like. Oh, can you say that? Can I say that?
I think that's technically a slur now, innit? I mean, not technically, it probably is a slur now.
That's just classic Valley's etymology. I remember my dad, like, I was a kid, like a really young kid, in the car with my dad, and he referred to his japa, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I don't know where is there anything else, to be fair. I've never heard another person refer to it as anything else other than that. And that's like from any country.
apart from like a little kid saying you pee all.
Yeah.
Oh, peel. Why don't I think of that?
my
I was thinking as well.
my urethra. But I was like, Dad, what's that? And he said, you don't know what that is. I'm like, Dad, I'm like 8, but.
What's a jap?
Yeah. He tells me the history of like the Baton Death March and like the full history of Japan. So, my dad's weighted blanket. So, because I'm so fucking deep on the spectrum, they're like, Dad, you were pretty much autism. So he did like one of those online tests, and he is like deep on the spectrum. So now, for ages, it was an excuse for everything. He's like, I'm autistic, going, he'd say terrible things.
I love that though. Who would get out a jail free card? Like,
Yeah, I'd say terrible things to family gatherings. You're like, fucking
kicked in, sorry.
So we got him this fucking weighted blanket now. So whenever he kicks off, we throw it on him like a fucking fire blanket.
It's like catching a moderately powerful Pokemon. Like,
fucking chip pan fire. It's like, get that blanket on him.
Oh, class, man.
My nephew, apparently it really helps. Like,
yeah. The first time I met your dad, like, he tried to attack me with a machete. That was class.
That sounds like Darren. Yeah. He's along those lines.
I wasn't looking what he was doing, and he just swung it really close to my face, and he was like, I like you. And I was like, what? I was like, I just swung at you, and he didn't react. He's like, I didn't fucking see you. Yeah,
the first time we met him was up that night. You sharing with your ex.
Oh, yeah.
Ex-ex.
Yeah.
The punch-out night with the UFC fighter.
No, before that.
Oh, yeah, he did pop up for a bit, didn't he? We were having the barbecue, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, you were doing the fire breathing and trying to swallow that sausage.
Should we talk about that on here?
Well, no. Yeah, go on.
Well, with the spoons and that, with our barbecue.
I think we've spoken about it. This girl brought her mother to the barbecue, and she looked like a crack demon.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that I can't whisper. So I thought she was going into, her mother was going in to use the bathroom. I was like, Spatch, follow her. She's going to steal my spoons.
I thought you were joking, but then you just looked at me and like lowered your head to it. It was like, oh, he's not joking. So I had to get up. I felt so bad. Oh, fucking amazing. Oh, there's a crackhead in my house, man. She's next to you, but you can't say that. But there's a crackhead in my house. Shut the fuck up.
I was sitting opposite, crying, laughing because you thought you were whispering. Look at you, what you were saying.
Good class, man.
Oh, funny as fuck. I was. I woke up in bed with you. I was dating someone at the time as well, and I went to bed with her. And I woke up still touching you. I don't know what happened.
What the fuck?
You jumped in between us at some point and just went to sleep. Just woke up and like, morning. I was like, fucking hell, you look different.
Was that one of those special needs girls you were dating?
Probably. Fucking hell.
Let's talk about the latest one. Spat's got a habit of dating special girls.
Oh, no, because this is going to sound nasty though. If she hears this, I'll feel really fucking bad.
She wouldn't listen to it, but
I think she blocked me anyway because I dumped her because my best friend called her fat and she couldn't handle it. She was calling him really nasty things, like trying to buy him out all the time. And I was like, just fucking fling one back. Because he messaged me on the side. He was like, am I okay to like fucking fire some stuff back? I was like, but if she's big enough to dish it out, she's big enough to take it. That's what she called. Yeah, called a fat one. So she ended up with even like 4 group chats. She went on a massive rant and the next day just dumped her.
That's class. Yeah. Tell her about the time you brought her to a ghoul out. It was class.
So that was a different one, wasn't it?
No, that's the same one. That is. She only went the one. Fucking, and I told her, you're probably not going to enjoy this. So are you sure you want to come? Yeah, I'll come.
There were people jumping off the roof into the hot tub. I was fire breathing. Quite an intense atmosphere.
Normal Tuesday, don't you, as well?
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, brings her over, like, and she just sits in a corner, fucking silent. And I'm like, oh, here we go. And you know, have you ever been somewhere with your partner and you just know they're not enjoying it, and then it's your fault, and you're like, fuck. Are you okay, babe? Everything okay? No, I'm not. Oh, I don't really like this. I was like, I did tell you didn't have to come. Like,
people okay, I'll just sit.
And it always happens. Your hand goes up. He's like, I told her you wouldn't like it. Fucking.
No, but so I was like, all right, stay there, chill out. And then she's like, can I have... Did she ask for pen and paper, or did she just pull it out from somewhere?
No, she pulled up the pen, and Dylan was like, she colouring? And you were like, yeah. And he's like, I got some extra colours for you. And he went out to give her more paper and some more colours and left.
There's crayons on my ex left. No.
Yeah, I've still got the eat fuck she did, but there. Yeah, that's still on my fridge.
Put it on the fridge. Fuck. Yeah. But Oh, it just got worse and worse. I was like, I'm just going to need to fucking leave now. And one of the boys was driving home. She was like, do you two want to fucking lift home? And I can't remember this because I got drunk to fucking compensate for having a shit time and make me have a shit time.
You were angry and paranoid is the best word. Confrontational and paranoid.
But yeah, walking up the house and I was like, I can't believe she's done this to me. And he was like, but she's like next to you. It was like, but she knows.
Like a dog that shit on the rug, like.
Oh no, but like we went out. She didn't usually used to drink, and like she got a bit drunk, so she was hungover, but she wouldn't admit she was hungover. I was like, you don't need to come. You can stay here. You can go home. You can do what you want. I haven't seen my buddies because this is like, this was just before COVID, but I don't think I'd seen any of you since like downloads. It's been like a good 6 months. So I was really looking forward to coming over. So yeah, my fucking head went out fuming.
Yeah, you would.
Like you embarrassed me in front of my buddies now as well. Go home. I slept on the floor that night just to make a point. Genuine.
Fucking
She's like, you're a kid. I was like, I ain't the fucking kid. I mean, I was. Yeah, I was a bit of a kid, but
wow, fuck it.
Prove my point, didn't
justified,
like.
Yeah. You got to sling a bit of childishness back every now and again, innit? Like,
oh yeah. Let them know that you're capable of being fucking unpleasant.
Yeah. Shit testers, like.
Yeah. Skitty told me about shit testing.
Yeah.
Never like complain about anyone who's like this shit testing about your partner's shit testing. Like what's that? Could you describe this, Badge?
A shit test is kind of like a bit of like a moral tug of war within the relationship. So someone will do something or kick off about something, not really over anything, but just to see if they can get away with it, just to get that little bit more of the dominant fucking role in the relationship.
Yeah.
From my understanding, I probably butchered that. But if you...
And the thing is, if you let it happen, they fucking resent it.
Yeah, then it gets worse. Then you're like, fucking, we can just do this now, and it just goes from there. Then
I think it's because they're pushing for a reaction out of you, just so like when we were on about before, it doesn't matter what's happened before. As soon as you call them a cunt, or as soon as you kick off, they've got the moral high ground, and you're like, whatever.
I don't give a fuck. I grew up in a house with a woman who hates the C word. 4 letters. She's fucking almost 50. Grow up. Boy, she was 50. Yeah, I almost thought I called her 10 years older than not. She is almost 50. Grow fuck up. It's 4 letters, isn't it? I don't understand how a word. I didn't say that.
No,
but you know what I mean? It's like, it's a word. You can't hurt you. It's like, I'm not going into the hate crime stuff because that's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
But like, it's a vagina. You own one. Deal with it. It's like calling a cock a willy. This is just a different name for it, isn't it?
I found out that the word pussy doesn't come from, when you call someone a pussy?
It means cat.
It does also mean that. It comes from the word pusillanimous.
Which is like Victorian for like being like skittish or scared or like...
Yeah, it's like being a bit of a coward.
Temperament about it.
Oh, okay. Fucking hell of a long word for that, isn't it? Oh, they shortened it.
Did that fart come out on mic?
Nah. Next time I get one brewing, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. What you were doing, I was like, what?
I've just got a smelly mic now.
Fucking brilliant, man. What were we talking about?
Don't know, but stuff and things now. Casting, but this cast is on fire.
Bit of a confessional. You know when me and you were out Spatch, and I was trying to get my phone to charge.
Oh, it was wet.
It wouldn't charge in the hotel room. Do you know why I was trying to get it to charge?
Oh yeah.
Because it's it's been a while since I was that drunk because we were doing shots. I was like, really want to message you? Yes.
Oh yeah, you got to message the ex when you're hammered, haven't you?
Honestly, I'm talking about Bristol. If you'd seen my fucking messages after that, fucking hell. Everyone with a vagina I was messaging, and it were pretty. Do you know when you wake up and like you vaguely remember saying something horrific you shouldn't have said?
Oh yeah.
Dylan knows how well.
You see them like reply to like a couple of emojis, and you're just like, I'm just going to delete that and just never register again ever.
Yeah.
So I've done that a couple of times that night.
With you, Dylan, we went camping and you deleted all the ones that failed to send. Like, I hope I don't go through. Delete that.
Yeah, because we had no signal. I sent a lot of messages, and I looked the next day. I was like, all right, so you can't fucking delete a message before it sends. So as we were driving slowly closer to civilization, I was waiting, right, the second I get a signal now, I'm going to have to fucking delete all of these.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck hell, I bet that was white knuckle as fuck.
Oh, man.
I'd be like, oh no. I get really bad. Like, I can't leave the bed for my anxiety kicks in. Like, fuck it. I'm like, just like, hands in head. I'm like, what a fucking idiot. Doing anything wrong, like.
Yeah.
Why are your brains like this? Yeah.
Why are we like it? Oh, fuck my.
Fuck my.
I want to thank, I forgot his name, Michael, for that one.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
That's Mikey.
Mikey
isn't it? Yeah.
Mikey Poo 92.
Yeah, boy. He's a fan of the cast. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Mikey.
I'm going to give Yayan a shout out too, because he is a strong follower of the cast.
Yeah.
Wild
as well.
Dog.
Yeah,
Guy.
boy as fuck.
Wildin.
Yeah, man.
Love Wildin. Built like a fridge. Fucking hell of a guy.
Unit, like.
Yeah. Fucking proper one.
I watch what I'm saying as well, because my sister's boyfriend said, "Oh, I'll give that a listen when I shared it." I'm like,
shout out to Pete's sister's boyfriend.
Shout
Have you heard of Small Willie?
"Bill boy."
Shout out to Pete's sister.
And his mum.
Shout out to Pete's mom, sexiest mom in the land. That's where they got the phrase fucking mammaries from, Pete's mom.
Mad gilf energy, that woman.
Oh, shut up.
I was thinking the other day, I was like, we need to get a second Pete in the fucking Ghouls so I can just call him Repeat.
Nice.
Oh, we found one of them in download. You don't remember?
No, I can never remember download. Listen,
Mikey phoned Pete to be like, Pete, there's another one of you here. He took it really badly. He was like, fuck you, fuck you.
I mean, it was Seamus, I was.
Oh, yeah, because as me and Seamus were walking back when Mikey was on the phone too, we were like, fuck, that bloke looks like Pete.
Aye, Mikey showed up and he saw him from behind. He's like, "Oh, Pete, boy." And he like turned him around. "Oh, you ain't Pete."
Yeah. Okay, what about?
oh, fucking class, man. So I write down notes for these podcasts.
Oh, yeah, what we got then?
And well, it's always just vague notes, and I can never remember what they mean. My latest one just says, "Kangaroos will drown you."
Well, they probably would, to be fair. They look built enough.
Yeah, apparently that's what they do. I saw a picture of a kangaroo just lurking in a lake. So you just saw the top half of him fucking coming out from a lake.
I seen that picture, yeah.
And it's just like, it turns out kangaroos will wait for their predators in water, and when they chase them, they'll just hold them in a headlock underwater till they drown.
Fucking right. Learning from a crocodile, Zach.
Big Roo energy, like.
I've seen them all. Some of the size of them didn't get.
Did you see that guy that punched one in the face to save his dog?
His dog, yeah.
Chad.
He was choking out the dog, so he just bopped him.
Another classic that's been going around. A raccoon was attacking this dude's dog. Have you seen this one?
The dog
And he runs over to it, and he picks up this raccoon and just throws it down a flight
down the stairs. Yeah. All you see is the raccoon's eyes. Like, yeah. I think the dog's name was Toaster.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think that's all I remember from him.
Oh, the stuff you find on Instagram these days, though, like in terms of them shorts, like
I fucking love Instagram Reels, but
dark as fuck. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Do enjoy them all.
It's like the Wild West of TikTok, but
It is, but
I used to watch TikToks with the missus, and then on my own, I just spent hours and hours of watching people die in Chinese factory accidents. Like,
yeah, fucking, there's been loads, haven't there?
Fucking amazing.
The ones that get blown up on the electric lines, they always fuck me up because they just stand there and say, just a light flash, and they just stiff and then you fall, and that's it. Like, it's like, fuck me.
What's that?
That's
fucking
a life gone.
God touched them for a sec, like.
It does not need to be more than scarred like that.
They couldn't handle the unlimited power, like.
Yeah, I saw one where they were on top of a van and they touched some power lines, and the guys on top were getting shocked, but it was getting earthed through the van. But then
fucking hell.
A guy touched the side of the van and just went like that. Absolutely stiffed out, like.
As bad as it is seeing people like get hurt and stuff, the noises they make is still 10 out of 10 comedy gold, because you can never replicate a noise like that if you weren't in pain. Like,
can you do Pete's, can you try and repeat Pete's fainting noise?
I was about to say that.
Come on again.
God, that's burned into my fucking head.
I don't even remember making a noise, but they don't
You wear a white t-shirt, you wear a fucking little shorts, and you just
I remember being there 1 second, blinking and waking up on the floor and thinking, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah. You were like, what's his face from that?
Fair play to you, though. You put me in the recovery position a lot. Like,
Well, I tried to. You were a bit too heavy, Scott. I got halfway. No, I got halfway, and you started telling me to fuck off. That's what happened.
I
Stop
didn't
pulling
know.
your hand away. You're like, no. You're like, but I need to do this. You're like, and then you woke up, Ben. Yeah. Bro, mate.
I remember waking up with your legs in my back thinking, what the hell? Because I kept on trying to turn over.
Yeah.
So you put your shins in my back just to stop me from fleeing.
Right.
He was
People thought you
frustrated.
were going to die, like.
He was frustrated as well, so he was sticking Andy in your back.
No, to be fair, I'd never seen Pete do that. Pete, I've known him for a good 15 years at this point.
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember saying to Scott, fuck, he's dead. I pretty thought you died. I was like, as you fall in, I thought it was a joke. Then I laughed, and then you didn't move, and I was like, oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You were a fucking cracking medical spats. Do you remember when we've spoken about it on the podcast before, but when
Oh, yeah.
Alf got his hand cut with a machete?
Oh, Alfred Buttplug of the Third Esquire. What a fucking champ. Oh, University was fucking class.
And he fainted. Well, you could see the bone in his hand, and he fainted. And I was like, oh, he's gone into shock. And he just went, no, he does this all the time, bud. And he went over the top of him and just went, oi, wake fuck up. And he came back to life. I was like,
Yeah, just he opened his eyes, he looked at me, and like I could tell he was fake, and he just looked up, he went, I ain't gonna get away with this, and just got back up.
oh, he pretended. It was a fucking
Yeah, he used to do, but he tried to jump out the second story window the week before that, but he's fucking bad, man.
class.
Fucking, he was like, oh, I can make his jump. I'm like, no, you can't, but I had to carry on talking to him with my mate Alex. He was like, he gave me the signal to like keep talking to him while he'd run up the stairs to rag him back through. So I'm like, what are you doing this for? But up the stairs. And then all of a sudden he was there next, yoink, and he could just hear, don't do that ever again. And that was it then. He come back downstairs just rubbing his face in.
Slapped him like,
Oh, you just got to slap a stupid or someone sometimes, haven't you?
oh yeah.
Just got to.
Thing is, you hit them too hard and you slap the stupid into them.
Yeah. It's a fine line, isn't it?
That's called a concussion.
Oh,
Concussion.
concussion. That's going to be our band in this batch.
Yeah, we need to actually start. Oh, well, next year we can actually start doing that then.
Aye, why not?
Fucking right. That'll be a shout, wouldn't it?
Aye. Fuck my.
Pete, learn to play bass. Or just do what I did in a
I'll
band
have
for
to
5
pick it back
years.
up again.
Just never learn.
Well, learn to play bass, so all three of us are playing bass. Like,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, I've got a guitar now, so I can do that.
ooh,
I'm not very good on it, though. Oh,
No,
we can just swap, innit? We can take turns.
You
So
can
it's
take
like-
turns, I'll stick to the bass.
Yeah, it's like a game of relay, innit? That's a rod, like.
Bass is perfect for me because if there's musicians in the crowd, which is very the minority, they might be looking at me going, what the fuck? Everyone else is just bopping, having a good time, and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm
That's what you just play.
Pete, you can't hear the bass. Like, yeah, that's fucking. You can hear.
Yeah, but most people, they can't.
I just used to
tell
turn
if
it down
the
at my
bass
gigs,
is
okay?
Absolute mime play. Like,
Yeah, fuck guy.
oh fuck my.
Fuck my.
Well, we're coming up to a fucking hour pretty soon.
Fuck it, right. This is
That's
flowing,
fun,
what this has.
Yeah, it's flying out.
Oh, have we got any funny stories that the three of us have been involved in, or we want to get it away? Because us three have been on just three, haven't we?
Yeah, do you know what? The
a couple of
episode
times, yeah.
came out the other day about me getting my head punched in, and I said, "Oh yeah, Adam just said he chased him outside to fucking beat him up." But you did not. You lied. Like you filmed.
Didn't fucking lie, right? And on about him out, okay? And then on
The signal has dropped out for all of that.
the
but-
fuck, he was like, you just fucking hit me, but I know he kept like walking backwards. Like,
Dispatch.
you doing like bad enough for the bouncers were like, oh wow,
I think
bandwidth is low.
yeah. We dropped out for all of that. Fucking the gods sensed you a fib in, but so they paid him off.
Yeah, I just come in.
Oh, there we go. We're all back now.
Yeah, what was that? I missed all of that.
We just missed everything you said. It's fine.
Well, I didn't like it to it, but I will always protect the there. So
It dropped out again. Then that's class.
Yeah. I can
it's got
sense.
warnings on me. I know,
Right.
it just don't like me trying to clear my name, does it?
I'm
But the
doing it
best
on,
was for like 3 months after, where anytime you said anything, Dylan would just be, "Shut up! You're probably in the bathroom holding your cock."
Yeah.
Every time something happened, but they were in the toilet. And
I got like one of those old school Xbox Modern Warfare 2 kill switches just to make sure he lags when he tries to talk now.
what's going on with the internet in old Cardiff today?
Yeah, it's shit, but clearly this can't handle upload and download for two people. So, yeah.
I didn't think of it like that, to be fair.
Yeah, because it has to upload and fucking download for the both of us. But I don't know, I reckon that's a healthy place to fucking finish the support club tonight.
Good, right?
Yeah.
Well,
I was pretty good for a first time out. There only three of us.
Yeah. Well, it didn't sound like we didn't have a lot to talk about.
Well, Adam fucking
Like no win, innit?
Spatch smashed it. Pete was kind of just there. What are we going to do tonight now, Adam?
Oh, I don't.
I thought I let him boy cut his teeth in it. Yeah.
That guy. No, sorry, everyone.
Oh, fuck. All right, let's call it. It's given up. Nice one, boys.
That's given up.
All right. OSG. Ta, boys.
Peace out.
Ta-da.